Thanks for being here and doing the interview. This is Dana Minnie, a coach and a trainer. Dana, how did you get started in coaching?
I got started in coaching, Sarah, over 10 years ago when I was at a crossroads in my career. I was in broadcast journalism and I realized I did not want to do it anymore. And I happened to meet a coach who introduced me to, who later became my mentor, a man named Martin Sage. I went to a workshop where he interviewed people, and when he was interviewing me, something in the quality of his curiosity and his attention and his questions, and even in his silence, allowed something in me to connect. It was like I connected with my power source, and I got very curious about my future and the possibilities, and I had not had access to that for a very long time.
That sounds exciting.
It felt good.
Is that something that you wanted to offer to other people?
Definitely. When we were in that interview, I actually stopped him and I said, Martin, whatever you're doing right now, this is what I want to do. I want you to teach me how. And he said, of course, I will teach you. I happen to have a school.
What can coaching do for someone?
Pretty much anyone can have the same experience that I did, which is to reconnect with your hidden desires, your wisdom, your natural talents, your inner reserve of power and force. And this can bring greater clarity, can bring deeper happiness, deeper connections, a more exciting life, a more prosperous life. You become more engaged in your actual life as opposed to your conceptual life. A lot of people spend the majority of their time thinking about their ideas or their concepts about what they could do or couldn't do, or why it would work or it wouldn't work, or who's doing this and who's doing that and why this blah 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 blah. That's the conceptual world. When people actually start doing things, taking steps about what they're curious in, even if they're little steps, that brings them into the actual world, which is a lot juicier, more exciting, richer. And that is the level where business happens, the actual world. So that's where you're more likely to be prosperous and successful and get results. That's what coaching does.
Is this something anyone can learn to do?
Anyone can, and my personal belief, Sarah, is that everyone should.
Okay.
And I am happy to share what I've learned from Martin. He has developed something called the SAGE method, which is based on curiosity, and he has over 100 tools, which he calls the coaching transformers, very clearly defined tools that you can use in dialogue between two people or any group of people that can lead to this kind of greater aliveness and clarity and action-oriented speaking.
Well, I'm very curious about that, and I'd like to learn that too.
Well, I would love to teach you, and I would love to learn from you, and I would love to see you teaching others. As you know, I am a mom, and one of my deepest passions is to share the coaching tools with as many grown-ups as possible so that we can together make a better world for our kids and be more likely to create healthy systems for our children to grow up in and to feel supported and encouraged and accepted, and to learn how to be accountable in a positive way without punishment, and where they can prosper and live the lives that they are meant to live.
That sounds very exciting.
Thank you. I think so too. Let's do it. Let's change the world.
Let's change the world.